All right. 1.1. Go ahead and open your books so we can have the graph that I've got here at the top of the notes. We want to be able to see that graph so we can talk about it. Okay. We want to have that graph that's on page 4, I think it is. Page 4. We want to be able to look at this graph, look at the table. Okay, we want to be able to see the place values here. And like I said, we're going to mainly concentrate on the decimal side. Okay? Yes, sir. Let me see here. Let me do something for you right quick. See if I can do this real quick. Okay, I'll get it for you in just a second. It'll come off on my printer. I'm going to have to do it another way. I'll have to make a copy. All right. So we want to concentrate on the right side of the decimal, which is our decimal place values. Okay. We want to talk about numbers, writing them in word form and in expanded form. Okay. Let's take, for example, this number here, 736. We talked about this one yesterday. 736.083. They want it in word form. Okay, and they want it in expanded form. Well, word form is this. 736. Okay, and, okay, the decimal means and, 83, and I got to identify this place value right there. That place value, if I go back up here to our bracket, I have 083. Okay, so it falls in the thousandths place value. Okay, so at the end of my word form, I must have the word thousandths. Okay, that also always make sure that when you're talking decimals that you have the THS on the end of it. Okay, you must have the THS. If you don't have the THS, it's going to be wrong. Okay, because then you're talking about $1,000 instead of, less than a penny, basically. Okay, so now to write that in expanded form. Okay, let's talk about expanded form. Okay, when we talk about expanded form, then we're talking about this. We're going to take 700 plus 30 plus 6 plus 0.0 plus 0.08 plus 0.003. Okay? That's how you write that number in expanded form. Basically, what we're doing is this. We're taking, I'm going to rewrite the number right here so I can show you. Okay? We're taking each of the place values. Okay? That's in the hundreds place value, so we wrote 700. Okay? This is in the tenths place value, so we wrote 30. Okay? When you get over here, you simply, that's one place behind the decimal. The 0 is one place behind the decimal. That's why we have 0.0. Okay? The 8 is two places, so that's why we have 0.8. Okay? The 3 is three places. That's why we have 0.003. Okay? However many places it is behind the decimal, we've got to have that many places in our expanded form. Okay? Now, there's two types of expanded form. There's exponential form. We won't really talk about it today. It's a totally different, it uses the same, I guess, philosophy, but it's totally different. We'll eventually learn exponential form, but this is called expanded form. There is a difference between those two. Okay? So, that's word form and expanded form. You would have to have both of these answers. You would have to have this and this for the answer to be correct. Okay? Both of those, this is the answer. Okay, and I believe, what problem is that? Is that 9? Okay. So that's the answer to problem number 9. Okay? Now, obviously, you don't have to draw all the little arrows and things like that. Just the highlighted one is your answer. This and this. Okay? So, let's look at another one. Let's look at number 10. Okay, look at number 10. So number 10, here's how you would do it. Okay, this is in your sheet of paper. Here's how you would do it. We would take number 10, which is 0.59811. Okay, now I'm going to show you an easy way to write decimal numbers in word form. Okay, everybody act like that decimal, the decimal right here is not there. Okay, so if that decimal's not there, somebody read that number to me. What is that number if that decimal's not there, Zach? 59,811. Right, 59,811. So that's what you're going to write. So I want everybody to write 59,811. Okay, and this is how we would write it. It would be 50. I always do that. I always write the word and then the next one would be a number. 59,811. Okay? We're not done, but that's our start. And I'm actually going to put the 11 down on the next line because I've got to put another word down there, so we'll just have them both down there. Now, that's the first step. Cover up your decimal and just read the number. Okay? The second step is this. I must take and identify that place value. What this last one is, I must identify that place value. So, if you're looking at your table, let me go back up to the table. And that's the good thing about this program. I can write on the book and not cost us anything. Okay? So if I write on this, then I have 59811. Okay? So 59811 puts it in the 100,000ths place value. So when I come back down here to my word form, then in the bottom there I have to put 100,000ths. Okay? That's how you write that number in word form. Okay? Any questions on the word form before I go to the expanded form? All right. Okay? I'll try to keep it where you can copy. You still have room to copy everything. And but I've had to change my screen up a little because I like to have my colors all there so I can put those down quicker. All right, now let's look at expanded form. Now, once again, you don't have to put expanded form, the actual word, as your answer. Okay, I'm just doing it to make sure, until we get the terminology down, make sure that we have it down properly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the number because I want to show it to you again so we can understand what we're doing. You would not have to do this in your work. Okay? I'm just doing it because it's our notes. All right, on this one then, I'm going to take and I'm going to put 5 in expanded form. To put 5 in expanded form, I simply put 0.5 plus. Okay? Well, the next one, I have 2 place values. Okay? So I've got to take and do 0.09 because I have to have 2 place values with that number. Okay? The next one, I have 1, 2, 3 place values. So I got to take the 8 and go 0.008. Okay? The next one, we've got 4 place values. So I'm going to take the 1.0001. See? I had 4 place values here, the 5, the 9, the 8, and the 1. So I have to have 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Well, however many place values I have in the number, I've got to have that many at our other number. Now, the last one, we got how many place values? How many place values are before the last one? 4 of them. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now, you will also notice this. 1 place value, 2 place values, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's increasing every time I put a plus sign. Okay, so that will help you out maybe getting that in expanded form. So, there's your answers. Okay, the 2 answers, word form, 59,811 hundred thousandths. Okay, you must have that identifying place value. Expanded form, 0.5 plus 0.09 plus 0.008 plus 0.0001 plus 0.00001. Okay, so that's your 2 answers for number 10. That's how you would do it. The only thing you don't have to put would be the words expanded form, and you wouldn't necessarily have to rewrite that problem. If you wanted to, you could. Okay? Now, let's do one other problem. Actually, let's move down to number 12. Okay? Let's look at number 12. All right, number 12, I'm not going to rewrite that problem. You would need to on your paper, okay, on your homework tonight. You would need to rewrite that. But what they want us to do is they want us to put that number in standard form. In other words, make it into a regular number, okay? So, if I do that, what is that first number? What is that first number in front of the plus sign? Is that millions, billions, trillions, what? 300 million? 300 billion. Okay, so I'm going to put a 3. What's the next number? 20 billion. So I'm going to put a 2. What's the next number? 50 million. Okay, so I'm at 50 million. So I have to put a 0 there, a 0 there, and a 5 there. Okay, because we started with 300 billion, so that would be 10 billion. That would be 1 billion. This would be 100 million. This would be 50 million. Okay, that's why the 5 goes there. So what's next? 80,000. Okay, so there's 1 million. There's 100,000. There's 80,000. Okay, what's next number? 1,000. So I can put a 1 right there. Okay, what's next? 40. So that'd be 0, 4, 0. So that's how you would write that number in standard form. Okay? Now, another way that people would do it would be this way. Let's look at the exact same problem and another way you could do it. Another way you could do it is identify the first thing, 300 billion. So there's there's the blanks for 300 billion. Now it's just a matter of filling in the blanks. Okay? Well, the 3 goes there. We know the next one was 20 billion, so the 2 goes there. The next one is 50,000 or 50 million, so the 5 goes there. The next one was 80,000, so that's 80,000. The next one was 1,000. The next one was 40. Now you just put in zeros where the rest of the numbers are. Okay? And so there's your number. If that's easier for you to do, you can do it that way. Okay? Whatever's easiest between the two, do it that way. Okay? So that's how we put in standard form. The other way some people might do it is they might line it up. Let me show you this way. It's a fairly big number, but I'll go ahead and show you. A lot of people may do this. Okay, since they're adding it, they may go ahead and stick it like this. Okay, and the next one was what, 50 million. So they go here and put it here. Okay, that's a lot of work. So I don't know, but some people have done it that way. They see it that way better. And, so on and so on. You would just keep adding them up and get down there and get the right number. And you would actually add them together. Okay? I don't see that as one of the easier ways to do it, but if you need to do it that way, do it that way. Okay? Now, so that's how they want you to do those. Let's see here. All right, let's look at number 14. Everybody look at 14. Zach, read me the directions for 14.
Write the numbers that are 1,000 more and 1,000 less than each given number.
Okay. Now, what's the words more mean? Celine.
That it's a greater number.
Okay, we're going to increase or decrease the number? Increase it. Good. We're going to increase the number by 1,000. What's the word less mean? Brandon? Am I going to increase or decrease if I got less? Decrease. Good. Yes, decrease the number. So, number 14, Tristan, give me what number 14 is. Give me the actual number. I just want the original number that they're giving us. 730. 7 what? 56. Is that right? 38,756. Okay, now, so what they want us to do is they want us to increase the number by 1,000. Okay? So we're going to add 1,000 to that. Okay, so we're going to take 38,756 and add 1,000 to it. And what's that going to give me? 39,756. Now, you really don't have to do that. What they're trying to get you to see is the place value of 1,000. Okay? Really, all you got to do is just find the thousandths place value and increase it by 1. So go from 8 plus 1 would be what? 1 plus 8 would be what? 9. That's where we get the 39,756. Then they want you to take the same number, identify the place value of 1,000, and they want you to subtract 1 from that 8. When you subtract 1 from that 8, what do you get? 37,756. There's your two answers. Okay? So that's how you do number 14. Fairly simplistic. Okay, not real hard, just increasing the thousandths place value. You do that on all the same numbers there. Okay? All right, any questions how I got those two answers? Okay? All right. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do our first homework assignment. I want to give you time in class so I can make sure that you're on the right track. What we're going to do is this. I put this. I go 1.1 equals. Okay, this is the homework assignment. This is what you need to write right now in your notes. 1.1, okay, in your notes, not anywhere else, but in your notes, the same notes you were just taking. We are going to do problems 2, 3, 4 through 7, 10 and 11, and then 12 through 18. Okay? Let's see here. I'm going to make sure on that 4 through 7. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's look at number 4. I think I did. Let me check the notes back up here. I'll go back to that where I was just at. No, didn't do number 4. Okay. Let's look at number 4. Okay, there's the assignment. Let's look at number 4. Number 4 says, write each number, write the value of each underlined digit. They give you this number. I'm going to copy it out of Joshua's book here. 426,378,203. They have underlined the 4. They want to know the place value. Now, you would be tempted to say, what place value is that for? Celine. Very good. That's what they want. They want you to write, let me put it in regular pen, 400,000,000. They don't want you to say, because the actual place value that number's in is what? 100 millions, right? Okay, don't write 100 millions. Okay? They just want you to identify that place value just like you were going to put it in expanded form. Okay? And that's it. You're done. That's the answer. Okay? That's all you got to do. Now, as you can tell, we've done quite a few of the problems that you're going to do for homework. When you come to a problem, for example, when you come to number 4, you're just going to take your notes and look at it and go, there it is, copy it down just like it is here, and then move on to number 5. Okay? That's all you got to do. All right? But you do have to put, like, for example, that's 14. You can't just go to 14 and do that and then write the two answers underneath it. You need to show the work. Okay? Show the work of how you either did it this way or you did it this way. Okay? Whichever way you do it, you must show it underneath the problem. Don't write your answer out to the side. Okay? Don't do this. Don't take and go, oh, okay, it's 39,756 and 37,756 and circle, circle, and move on next one. Don't put it to the side. Put it below the problem. Answers go below the original problem. Okay? Remember, we don't have to write word problems. Number 18 is a word problem. You do not have to write that problem. You have to answer it, but you don't have to write it. Any questions? Zach? Sure? Okay. All right. So that's your homework. I want you to get started on the second section of your spiral. Okay? Let me move this up. Second section of your spiral. okay, you take on the first line and put this. Okay? So everybody do that right now. In the second section of your spiral, on the top line, put 1.1 and then write those numbers down. 2, 3, 4 through 7, 10 and 11, 12 through 18. Okay? Do that now. Yes, sir.